take a breath and relax. Perhaps get your feet on the ground. You can lower your gaze or close your eyes. Just tune into the breath. Just noticing if the breath is moving at a particular pace or perhaps even a particular temperature as it enters the body. Just staying in connection with your own breath. Tuning into whether there's something that brought you here today. Something that brought you to this Women Together space on this Tuesday. And as you reconnect with the screen, with this community here, you can type into the chat and just share what brought you here today. And I'll read a few out. See Risa and Anne, connection, a break from the outside world. What else brought us here today? I see all of our YouTubers and all the places they came in from: Oaxaca, Mexico, Rockport, Massachusetts, sunny Boston, Tennessee. Curiosity. We have someone with a degree in mindfulness studies, but the field is relatively new. And there's so many different ways of doing it and benefits. Wonderful, Diane. Feeling a need to take time to focus on inner self and connect with women doing the same thing. Enjoy meeting interesting women from around the country. The structure of this opportunity is so calming. Wonderful. All these beautiful women. Yes. So let's just take a moment to connect in with all of these beautiful women. So if you can go onto the top right of your Zoom screen, if that's possible for you, you can click on view and click on gallery, and we can just send a warm welcome, perhaps a hello. Love it. Just when we start to see each other and feel each other here. Fantastic. Hello, everyone. Good to see you. And for those of you on YouTube, a warm welcome to all of us. So we're here, we're in. I'd love to introduce our very special guest, a dear friend who I'm so glad was finally able to join us. We've been trying to figure this out for, I don't know, close to 2 years when she could join. So I'm really glad to have you here with us, Ericka. I feel like just long lost friend, sister, sending hugs. But, you know, there's just so much that Ericka brings to this world and to our community. And she really, you know, I have so many good things to say, but I'll just read her bio for now. She's a Savannah-based literary agent, community organizer, rising thought leader, and meditation guide. She has been an organizer leading diverse communities during times of significant transformation and change. And many of us in this room have been riding turbulent times with you, Ericka. She has a passion for developing projects. She's been building platforms and helping amplify the voices and causes of people of color. She has wonderful experience across a variety of different skill sets. And she's really been in a number of leadership positions in the mindfulness sector, including the executive director at New York Insight Meditation Center and also the New York Shambhala Center, which are two of the largest meditation communities in the United States. She's also served as the board president of Mindful Ed, or MNDFL Ed, an organization founded to support positive transformation in the education system, bringing mindfulness to schools. She continues to serve on boards and produce retreats, training programs, workshops, And she's worked with some of our favorites, Pema Chodron, Mark Epstein, Rodney Yee, Reverend Angel Kyoto Williams, and many others. She's been studying meditation and contemplative practices since the early 90s. And she is just a phenomenal human being who I'm so glad to have with us, who really, I remember in one of the first conversations Ericka and I had, I just felt a sense of, we were walking by the Hudson actually, and I just remember feeling this profound sense of calm and clarity and sense of connection to purpose. And so I just really appreciate you, Ericka, and all the things that you do and that you've been doing, and so glad to have you here in this Women Together community. Um, and I turn it over to you. So we'll do a little practice and see what happens.
And see what happens for sure. Oh, it's so, so lovely to be here. Antoinette, thank you for that generous and beautiful welcome. And you know that I have such fond memories of you, and and of that first meeting and some of the work we did together. And it actually is, I feel like, very relevant, to this gathering and to, what I wanted to bring to the space today and invite us to explore. Having, sisterhood always comes to mind when I think, of you, whether we are, working closely together or far apart in the world, but that sense of women supporting women, and just, I think I've been in a deep exploration of what that means. Sometimes both the triumphs and the disappointments, the tremendous challenges, I think that we've all experienced and felt more recently. I say often that I always loved history to a certain degree, but I thought I missed all the fun stuff. I used to say when I was younger, fun stuff being, I think, the movements, and what I saw as being the camaraderie and fellowship that came out of some of the struggles that our women ancestors led us through. And I sometimes struggle, as I'm sure we all do, to remember that out of chaos and tremendous struggle does come tremendous change and and love and opportunity, really, for us to connect. It's a time to really double down, so to speak, on our practices and particularly our community practices. So I've been thinking a lot about the ancestors, really bringing them into my life in real ways, both my family lineage and the greater, lineage of, again, of our foremothers who really paved the way for the freedoms that we hold today. And I feel so great that we have a very intergenerational group here, and that just is so lovely and really, really wonderful to be in this space with all of you. I want to ask, so speaking of the ancestors, I want to ask us to take just a moment and think of someone, bring to mind some woman ancestor, again, both or either family lineage or just someone who you admire and connect to, someone who you considered having set an example or paved a way for you. So we'll just take 1 minute and bring that person to mind, bring them to the space, and just visualize, picture them. I think about the qualities that they embody. And if it's possible, if you could type some of those in, some of the qualities of this person who you bring to mind, or who comes to mind, this woman ancestor. Bravery, brave, courageous, strong-willed, laughter, perseverance, intelligence, love, nobility, generous, generosity, smart, listener, wise, caring, provider, love, strength, competence, optimism, grounded in her identities, women in my family, past and present, kick-ass, brave, kindness, resilience, determination, concern for others, kindness. Tough and determined. Hope. Set boundaries. Ambitious. Truth tellers. Loving. I love this. Feel free to keep putting those in the stubborn. I want to say that one. Feel free to keep putting those in the chat as they come to mind for you. I love doing this exercise of thinking of someone who is someone we admire. Sometimes we use the term hero or shero, because a few years back, someone in a workshop I was in told me that we recognize those characteristics in others that we actually hold and embody in ourselves. It takes one to know one, so to speak, right? And I love that. I love both the aspirational and fruitional quality of that. I love bringing those we admire to mind to help us feel more courageous and more brave. And so thank you. And thank you to all of those ancestors that you brought into the room with us. I'd like to invite us to do a guided meditation practice together. So I'll talk us through that. Please find a comfortable seat. And by comfortable, I mean a seat that will allow you to be upright and feel awake, but also relaxed. So also relaxing the muscles of the body. If you haven't already, maybe take this moment to silence your phone or silence the notifications on your computer. Close those other windows. Just for these moments, this short window of time, just give yourself this time if you can. And so start by doing a brief scan of the body. So lower your gaze and keeping the eyes open but relaxed. And lowering the gaze and beginning to turn the attention inward. So feel your feet on the ground, or if you're on a cushion, your legs. Feel your bottom on the seat. I think most of us are probably in chairs, so you want to feel your feet firmly planted on the ground and your seat firmly planted on your cushion or your chair. And in order to do that, you might want to lean forward and back or side to side and kind of touch those edges so that you can find that happy medium, that middle. And sometimes after we sit for a while, we need to adjust a little bit to find that spot. Please please do what you need to do to feel comfortable in the body, to give the body a sense of ease. And sometimes it takes a while to listen and to hear that. And so bringing the awareness up from the feet, up the legs, shins, knees, thighs. And as you're moving your awareness up the body, notice if you're holding any tension or resistance in those areas. And just simply notice it and take a nice full exhale if you can. Breathe. Relax any holding. Belly is a place we tend to hold a lot of tension, sucking it in. No one's looking. Let the belly be supple and free. Expanding on the inhale and contracting on the exhale. If it feels comfortable, place your hands on the thighs, either palms up, facing up or down. You can adjust the placement of the hands on the thighs to help lift the chest a little bit. And feel how that position of the hands supports the lifting of the torso and the opening of the chest. And stop there for a moment and feel the expansion of the chest on the inhale. And exhale fully. And move the awareness up to the shoulders. You can roll the shoulders up and back. And up to the jaw. I like to part my lips a bit and tuck the chin just slightly to release that tension in the jaw. And so if that feels comfortable, part the lips. And feel the breath now moving in and out of the mouth. And in and out of the nostrils. Just ever so slightly. Or maybe it's heavier. And just notice it. We're not trying to manipulate it or change it right now, just noticing. And come back to the eyes. Again, letting them be soft, kind of resting there in the sockets. As you exhale, imagine relaxing the muscles of the forehead. Feel the head and the neck lift toward the ceiling, while you at the same time feel your feet firmly planted on the ground. And feel your seat. Feel the seat underneath you, supporting you, holding you up. And if you can, in the exhale, just relax into that seat. Wonderful. Now we're ready. And we're turning the attention to the breath as it moves in and out of the body. And feel the sensation as the breath moves in and out of the nose, in and out of the mouth. And when you notice your attention moves away from that sensation of the breath, we gently bring it back. Gently bring our attention back. back to feeling and noticing the breath. And just noticing where we are right now. And this is awareness, right? The capacity to be fully connected to this experience in the present moment. And this is meditation, the act of choosing how to direct your focus. Each time we come back to the breath, we're making a decision to focus on this now. And that seemingly small decision is an act of self-determination, practice of agency. Always just coming back to the breath. And choosing how we might respond, allowing ourselves to be fully in this moment with whatever arises. No doubt thoughts racing or slowly moving in and out, sensations, feelings. Whatever arises is fine. Just come back to the breath. And meditation helps us to be more fully present, and it helps us to grow our capacity to manage what life brings us. Is that not freedom? Again, as thoughts, sensations, good or bad, happy, sad, whatever they might be, just notice and bring your attention back to the breath. And now just take a moment to reflect on your intention for being here, for practicing, and for coming to this space. And perhaps you're trying meditation for the first time, or you're a very seasoned meditator. Wherever you fall in that spectrum, and just simply remembering your intention, however simple or complex, important or not it may seem, and just bring that to mind. It's said that our intention and reflecting on our intention becomes fuel and motivation for our practice. We all know that many of us feel like we should be practicing meditation and doing all sorts of things that are good for us, but even this seemingly simple act, we know takes tremendous effort. It takes tremendous effort to move against the stream. And so sometimes reflecting on our intention, it helps to bring us back. And so now we'll do a short contemplation. Are we okay for time, Antoinette? I tend to lose track of time, especially lately. So if you need to do like a stretch or readjustment, please do. I like to, if you'd like to stretch with me, raise the arms along both sides, and then just raising the left and the right, moving the hips a bit side to side, stretching the body. And then exhale and turning to the left, bringing the hands down to the thighs or the seat and just doing a gentle twist. And raising the arms back up and turning to the opposite side. Again, placing the hand down on the thigh or the chair. And just a gentle twist and look in that direction. Excellent. And coming back to our comfortable seat. And this time you can close the eyes if you like, or leave them open and lower your gaze, whatever feels comfortable to you right now. And so we'll practice a contemplation. So contemplation is a bit different than practicing meditation, if you will. It's also different from just thinking. So when we contemplate a thought or a mantra or a question, we try to bring this same mind of meditation to the question, right? By that I mean we remain open and curious about it. And so we reflect on the words and then come back. And just like in meditation, when we reflected, or when we noticed we were thinking and brought our attention back to the breath. So we allow the mind to wander, with the contemplation, to see what comes up, noticing what associations or feelings or anything else that comes up as we reflect on the words. And once we notice what comes up, we again just bring ourselves back. So I will ask you to, again, take your seat, get ready. I'll ring the bell, and then I'll say the contemplation. I'll repeat it a couple of times so you don't have to remember it, so to speak. We'll just do that for a couple of minutes. Again, I'll give you instructions so you don't have to remember. You can just relax and go along. Okay. And so first, bringing the attention to the breath. Freedom is never given. It is won. Freedom is never given. It is won. Freedom is never given. It is won. And noticing whatever thoughts, words, associations come up. And now bringing the attention back to your breath, back to the body. Thank you. Is the breakout time next, Antoinette?
Yeah, we can do some breakouts. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Are they, would people be in groups of varying numbers?
Hopefully we can do small groups of 3. So if you're in Zoom, we'll do small groups of 3. If you're on YouTube, then thank you for your being with us today. And yeah, we can do small groups of 3 for about 10 minutes or so. That way we have a couple minutes at the end to close out with some conversation.
Great. Would you like me to give people a prompt?
Sure.
Okay, I want to.
If
Did you say?
you have one coming up, then yeah, let's hear it from you.
Well, it's more of an instruction around listening, and so I invite you to practice a deep listening. And so, like when we are in meditation and we bring our mind, our awareness back to the breath, and with the contemplation, we brought our awareness back to the words or the contemplation. I want to invite you to, as you're listening to the speaker, notice the thoughts that come up. Notice your impulse to, want to interject or to agree or disagree or nod and do all the things that we do when we're listening. And instead of doing that, bring your attention back to your partner, back to the speaker, just to the sound of their voice, to the words that are coming out of their mouth, and see how that goes.
Thank you. So just sharing anything that's coming up for you, noticing you're listening, as Ericka just shared with us. We'll do 10 minutes, probably groups of 3, introduce yourself and see what comes up. Enjoy the time together, and we'll be back in 10.